Sagittarius. This is Sagittarius Tarot. What up? Your hard work is about to pay off. If you saw me at the beginning, I was definitely conversating and communicating and doing another thing. I was like, oh my gosh, I need to hop on for Sagittarius live, right? So thank you for your patience with me, with your reads. I love you. You're always so supportive. Your likes, your comments, your subscribes, your donations. If you're new, what up? I'm Shamelessly Sexy Jackie Boo. I am a certified sex therapist turned sexual confidence coach and psychic medium. So I make videos about mental health, sexual wellness, tarot, astrology, psychic downloads, everything like that, boo. So definitely hang out with me. Be a part of my Shameless squad, like this video, everything like that, yo. And be a part of this beautiful community that I have created here and all of us have created here. Thank you all for the 2 likes that are here. Sagittarius, this is going to be a really beautiful read. I'm so excited for you. You are working hard. Yeah, work. When you see me, I'll be work. Rihanna. Maybe Rihanna's got Sagittarius in her chart. I don't know. That song could be significant to you. Maybe you need to listen to it. You could be getting clairaudient messages through music, downloads. I also saw 111 prior to your read and 333 prior to your read. Pay attention to your angel numbers. I also was writing some stuff down, which I have not done for each sign this week. So I have additional messages for you to be mindful of when it comes to your energies. I've literally only done this today for Aquarius and Sagittarius here. So if you got Aquarius in your chart, go back, watch the reads. Go back, watch the reads from the past couple weeks too. But some of you are going to be getting a compliment like such a pretty face. And then there's something about like undercover work. So I don't know if you're doing something in stealth mode, being sneaky, working in silence, but you maybe work for the police. I don't know. And then they also gave me the image of like Legally Blonde. So maybe some of you are in school or going to law school or graduating or something about that here. But then, yeah, 333111. And then they told me like Substack, writing, blogging, or social media presence is going to be important for you in the future. There's something about that here. Clairs and psychic knowing are on the rise. Oh yeah, I forgot I wrote that. And so like, again, music, clairaudience, pay attention, as well as specifically with psychic knowing. That's your 7th chakra here. Then they also gave me this question of like, who cares? But then I heard it 3 times in like 3 different ways, meaning the first way is like someone's like, who cares? Like blowing you off. The second way is like, who cares? Like, who is my audience that I'm speaking to? You know, who in my committed relationships, family, like who cares about what it is I'm doing? And then the third one is like, who cares about this out there? Like, where are my like-minded souls here specifically? Then I saw finches, and prior to read, I was like super up and down trying to get a couple things done. Restless, take a break, charge my phone, do some things. So make sure you're taking breaks during this time. Sagittarius, don't know who needs to hear that. But I wanted to pull up my animal speak little guide here to remember what finches represent. So again, always get the book. Don't Google that at all. We give credit where credit is due, and most of the time it's not always right, boo. Trust me, I've done this in person with some friends as well. So finch, increased activity. Very beautiful. Activity increases around you. Great opportunities are at hand. They will not be lost, so just do what you can. And I feel like that's what your energy really is. Let's talk about your thumbnail. Money, finances, and career. You have been so dedicated, Sagittarius. You had 2 cards popping out to you, showing you like, is the hard work that I'm doing here that has been in this long haul, you know, timing and everything like that, is it going to pay off? And Spirit's literally like, yes, here. You have the Sun card overall. So you have like this long-term commitment that is going to pay off in the future and bring you a lot of happiness here, which is why I put the sunflower in your read and the buffalo, which signifies and represents abundance. And then like the 4-leaf clover, because I feel like you are going to have a lot of luck and greenery around you and things being really happy around you too here. So there's something about that, but you've worked very, very hard and been very, very dedicated towards something, and you never gave up on yourself despite what maybe family members or people that you love, 10 of Cups in the reverse, had to say. And you're in this like Empress energy. You could have Libra, Taurus, or Leo in your chart of building what it is that you want for the future, and I love it. And it's almost like letting go of these naysayers or these haters that are like, who cares? And it's like, I do, right? And that's all that matters for you here. You got the education card overall, and so I thought that was funny because you might be going to school, teaching a course, course, learning something, doing something hands on here. But this card says, or maybe there's something about documents, legal paperwork, things of that sort here because of the Legally Blonde stuff. I don't know. You may need to take a class or do research to find a better position, or you might find yourself writing a book or teaching others, which match the download beautifully. Relationships. Again, there's commitment in your work life, which is where I was like picking up on this like long-term commitment, because that is Knight of Pentacles. So you can trust this. And relationships, you got a light card and it literally says that. Next step, ready for a real commitment. They want you. Then again, you're kind of understanding what's the call. Very beautiful. Like, where's this going? What's going to happen? Virgo energy. There could be a connection with the Virgo, or this is you receiving some sort of call, answering the call through spirit, source, God, universe, being in hermit mode and having this aha moment. And I do feel like it's related to your money. So congratulations. You're crafting something very beautiful and wonderful. Yeah, you're very like, let's go time. Let's go. And you're going to have a lot of trustworthy, loyal friends here, people that want to invest in you, which is so beautiful, Saggy-poo. Let's talk about sexual energies here. So you got Aries card, which is 13, breaking down to a 4. And then you got the 4 desires here, which is like the marriage card, the love card. You could hook up with someone at a wedding, celebration, getting engaged, married soon, more than sex. This is like a big relationship commitment. You could have Aries in your chart. This person could. But this is like rekindling some sort of spark for date nights, asking each other out, doing fun things, taking in a lot of joy, and like moving forward in action in your relationships. Okay, so your sexual energies, relationships, money, finances, career, retirement here. Some of you are going to be able to retire from something that you learned and putting some sort of wisdom knowledge out here. And it's almost like someone didn't realize that you had some form of education. They also told me like someone here is working on a degree or higher education or something that like, oh, I had no idea that Sagittarius did that. It's like, yeah, they did. Okay. Your spiritual energy though, this is where we need to talk. Okay. So I put in the chat, long-term wealth is coming in. You're about to be blessed in all areas of your life. Make sure you work on your spiritual and mental health so you don't sabotage the wealth coming in. You're being warned. Do not, Sagittarius, do not spiritually bypass. If you don't know what spiritually bypassing is, put it in my channel, put it in the search engine. It's under the lives tab here. It's like red font. What is spiritually bypassing? Completely free video for you overall, but spirit is literally warning you. If you spiritually bypass some sort of mental, emotional, or spiritual work here, you might self-sabotage something. Let's talk about your higher self messages. So I thought it was funny because out of the oracle messages, you got the empath card, which like I don't align with that word. Maybe you do here, but it says connect to self, cleanse boundaries, and hold space here. The number 4 and self-love underneath that, 44. Very beautiful. So needing to take care of yourself, be vulnerable, accept who you are, and be self-compassionate. But out of my shameless truth deck, you might need to look up this video. You're not an empath, you're this instead, which is the warning for all of you to not bypass. An empath with trauma, an empath with narcissistic programming, or psychic but ashamed of claiming your gifts. Start claiming your psychic self and let go of power programming here. And for some of you, this is like you needing to be mindful of your subconscious programming here. And 5% of how we actually use our brains and consciousness light here is 5% of the time that we actually realize here. And a lot of you could be projecting, or other people could be projecting onto you like a perfect kind of lifestyle here. And some of you might be more spiritual souls in nature. However, Spirit's asking you, take care of your mental health, make sure you are being mindful of your psychic gifts activating during this time. You cleanse your energy, you hold your space, and you literally had the cleanse your energy in the reverse card, which we don't like that because you have some sort of blockage here with the 3rd solar plexus chakra, which is your mental health, which is your energy here. It's the willpower, it's the control, it's the self versus others, it's the beliefs here, it's self-destructive thoughts, and it's perfectionism. So a lot of you, and this came out in 2 different cards here, perfectionistic wounding patterns. You need to let go of some of these things, really cleanse your space, your home, your place, everything like that, in order to like move into something better here overall. So Sagittarius, you're being warned. You spiritually bypass your mental health or your spiritual health work and energies. it's going to be harder for you to see the wealth coming in, the happiness coming in, the blessings coming in, the joy coming in, the commitment coming in, the relationships coming in, the connections coming in. So a lot of you need to reframe during this time because you're in this divine masculine energy, but we don't want you to bypass anything, like not feeling your emotions and being in the moment here. Okay, needed to take a sip of water, Saggy Boo. Shuffle out the cards here for you. What do Sagittarius need to know, please, Spirit? If you're new, please make sure to like this video. It's completely free to you. It does help the channel grow, Boo. Inner authority. Yes. Step into your power. Trust yourself. Listen to yourself. Trauma versus guidance here. If you have, again, like I said, perfectionism comes from trauma, which comes from shame and the inability to be allowed to like make a mistake here. So again, you need to be able to let go, release any of these negative thoughts, patterns here in order to step into this abundance. You might be going through a Shakti or Kundalini awakening with the snake here, where like your energy, you just want to keep shaking, but your true nature, gratitude, commit to your goals, commit to taking care of yourself, your mental, emotional, and spiritual health during this time. And that's where you're going to find a lot of true abundance, when you actually realize, wow, I can reframe my thoughts, I can feel these emotions, I can be vulnerable here, very beautiful, and I can relate to other people here and let go overall. Comparison to other people's projections and self-reliance. Again, don't allow other people to project things onto you. There's something about, you could have been born on the blood orange moon. Oh my God, blood orange moon. That's a tongue twister. Or there's something about Mars in your chart that might be getting activated. Could be good for you to look at that during this time. But you have this like heart chakra and sacral chakra that's showing up here as well. So there's some sort of inner knowing, and this crown chakra, again, activation here from that coming in, and it's like the health symbol. We also have perspective in the reverse. You need to change your perspective, evaluate your beliefs, bird's eye view. And I mentioned the finch here. Overall, observe your reactions, okay? Are you reacting or are you responding to situations? Sit in stillness, calm yourself down here. Don't allow yourself to overthink, and bring yourself to awareness. You might need to pray, meditate to your guides here, empath in the reverse here. So you need to shed some sort of like narcissistic programming of ego and honor your journey with where you're at currently with your overall health, spiritual, mental, emotional, physical, sexual, financial. Shuffle out the shameless truth day-to-day messages here. Okay, cool. Trust your intuition. Learn to go within for the answers. Stop seeking outside validation. Very beautiful. And start trusting yourself. Work on intuitive development, which relates to the psychic abilities. When people create scarcity, when there's enough for all, or when people create scarcity, when there's worry, there's not enough for all, there's an abundance of energy in the universe to give. Watch out for playing yourself for others during this time. So a lot of you need to create an abundant mindset and energy, and also be mindful of like creation versus consumption. How much are you creating versus consuming here? And how much are you creating just from like your purpose, your story, what feels in alignment, and how much material do you feel like you are consuming that's kind of blocking you actually from creating and using that knowledge to like move forward. It's like you don't need to read every single book on something specifically, like one topic specifically, in order to like master that. So you are being called to dive in, let go, freely create, and share your wisdom. You never know who needs to hear from you. Ooh, you got a warning. Stealing. Okay. Idea, identity, car, person, wallet, property here, intellectual property. Patent any ideas, get them copyrighted, trademarked. That could have been why you are looking at like legalities or lawyer. Someone has or will be stealing something from you. So let's clarify it, boo. Tell me about trust your intuition. This is about Queen of Cups in the reverse. You may be upset that maybe you haven't done this in the past, and you're like kicking yourself here. Some of you are afraid to be in your feelings, in your emotions. Really trust that gut feeling here overall. What is this? Page of Swords. Speak it out loud when you have these little nudges, urges, when you're like, intuition says no. And don't gaslight yourself when you just know that something is or is not right for you here. There could be someone around you that could just be talking to you about this. air sign energy, Gemini, Aquarius, Libra here. That might give you some sort of knowledge, wisdom, or even like a book recommendation, or, you know, how they might have mastered or studied intuitive development or psychic abilities, because that's heavily showing up for you, Saggies. And Four of Swords. Yeah, and allow yourself to be at peace with this here overall. The Lovers card in the reverse and Five of Pentacles here. There might have been, wow, and Five of Cups. So there's something about maybe an ex-lover partnership, or maybe a decision or choice that you like beat yourself up about. You could be 55 here, but for some of you, this is something where it's like, you don't have to beat yourself up from the past. That was a learning experience, and there was a lesson in it, and that's the blessing in it. So again, if you're like, oh, I knew I shouldn't have like taken that job, and I'm kicking myself in the foot here, and then you're feeling down and despair, depressed, alone, frustrated with the world or yourself here, it's like, get back up on the horse specifically. Like, you don't need to add pain to your suffering. Tell me about this abundance energy and scarcity mindset. Whoa. So for a lot of you, this is like a group of people. Yeah, it could be a Libra, some sort of karmic connections. Three of Cups here. This is like community, relationships. We're not going to take all those. We'll get one more here specifically. But it's almost like you might be seeing through people's illusions of money and their projection. Yeah, Page of Pentacles, illusions of monies and people's projections here. This is something where you know that there are the right people out there for you, the right relationships out there for you, the right business partners out there for you, the right people who do believe in you out there for you, and you almost need to drop people who play small in your life, or you need to be mindful of not playing small because you're meant to be big here. Queen of Pentacles, and take action. Something's going to take off here, standing in your fucking power, Sagittarius. That's the Temperance here. Remain well grounded, balanced in these decisions, in these actions here. You could be creating something, making something, coming up with some sort of new business plan, idea, arts, crafts. You could be moving for work, and it's going to take off. But Spirit's connecting you to like-minded souls and individuals, which I really love. Tell me about creation versus consumption. Seven of Pentacles. So you're just divinely guided, even though if you don't trust yourself, you have a lot of wisdom and knowledge here. You know more than you think. Three of Wands and Queen of Wands in the reverse. And you almost don't feel confident, or you feel like you need the approval of a group of people or other people when maybe they wouldn't even care or approve or watch what you do anyway. And Spirit's like, continue to move on. Seven of Wands here. Move forward with these ideas, this creativity. You could be born in 77, but 778 here is showing up for you. There's something you've mastered, like I said, and it's going to bring you a lot of money here as well. Again, it's like with the way that download at the beginning was like, who cares? And I told you that it was 3 different ways that I heard it. It's like, who cares if they don't care? Like, you care, and you're going to be called to, you know, create something different in regards of your money, your livelihood, your happiness, or even if this is a hobby here that other people are not always meant to understand, like what it is that you are meant to do here, Sagittarius. So it's like, you don't need to give these energies to these people who are like questioning you. Tell me about stealing. What's this about? What does Sagittarius need to know about this? What's the warning? Could be a Leo here, Sun card in the reverse. You could have Leo in your chart. This could be delayed till Leo season. 9 of Swords in the reverse. This person might out themselves and like tell you about this. This could be a child, or like, and that could be why there's some sort of police thing, because I mentioned stealing. 7 of Cups in the reverse. This person's going to come forth with this information. You might also have a dream about this and you maybe didn't want to believe it. 6 of Pentacles, 10 of Pentacles, 10 of Swords. Wow, 10-10. For some of you, this is someone stealing money from like a family safe here. And yeah, there's some sort of legality, and pay attention to your dreams. Like I said, Spirit's exposing this person. Could be a Cancer here, but this is also you trusting your intuition about some sort of hunch here overall. Queen of Swords in the upright. Things are going to be made right here for this wrong. Again, this is like, I feel like this is more Leo, and you more so need to trust your intuition. The 9 of Cups here wants to show itself here at the bottom. So I feel like you do get some sort of wish fulfillment with it. For some of you, this is like someone in your family or someone that felt like family who you know, that has some sort of entitlement attitude over you. So and then like, or even entitlement attitude within your family of like, if this is a will situation or, you know, like a house and inheritance, something of that sort here, right? 10 of Pentacles and this card, it's almost like other people think like you owe them something or they should get a bigger cut of that. There's just some gross energy with this. And someone might be stealing money from like a family safe, a will. There's something about this. And someone comes forth with this, and this wrong is going to be written. Again, Spirit's saying like trust your intuition, trust your psychic abilities with this, even if it just sounds crazy. So when I had a family thing when a matriarch of one side of my family passed away 2 weeks before stealing had occurred and happened, Sagittarius, I said, this person's going to get this person to steal this and do that and whatever. And I warned somebody about this. And I said, this is what's going to happen here. And within 2 weeks, that person was like, no, it's not going to happen, blah, 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 whatever. 2 weeks, it happens. So if there's something about this specifically, they could be stealing a family heirloom and something off of like your property, their property, but this really feels like a will situation here. Overall, so just be careful of that. Maybe put some cameras up in your home, your space here, security here. Page of Wands, like I said, this could be like a younger sibling or like within siblings of aunts, uncles, whatever, or even cousins or whatever. 9 of Cups, they could have done this under the influence here overall. So Sagittarius, you're being warned, so just take that with a grain of salt. I know that won't resonate with everyone here. Put your money where your mouth is. Spend mindfully, consciously, and intentionally at this time. Put your money where your energy is. So if there's like, oh my gosh, I think I really want to be able to like take this course here. Spirit's like, yeah, take the steps to do it overall. Like move forward with that. If it's like, oh my gosh, I don't want to be spending so much money at the bars on the weekend or stupid shit from this like Amazon Prime or whatever. If you're beating yourself up and you're like, dang, I could have went on a vacation if I hadn't just swipe so many times here. Dopamine hits is what they're saying. Make sure you're just being mindful of your money and your habits. Like, what is the long-term goal? Okay, there's something about that. Hookup, F-buddy, friends with benefits overall. Yeah, you're going through more enlightenment here. Enlightenment. And this says what happens when you become more enlightened is they become more threatened and frightened here. They cannot manipulate you or use your energies anymore. When you see through someone, you see through not only their energies, but their situations. And I feel like for some of you, that's this whole situation where you need to be mindful of stealing. And again, there's something about money here, budget cuts, saving money, refinancing here. Those could have happened to you, or this is you like getting on track with your money goals. So let's get into money, finances, career, retirement here. See what's going on for you, Sagittarius here. Okay. What does Saggies need to know, please, during this time? Frozen. There could be some frozen accounts here. I'm telling you, there's something weird, I feel like, with family members or maybe even like a family business here, or someone has like access to your account. So there could be a hiring freeze or no work right now. Being aloof can leave you out in the cold. A warm follow-up gets you in the door. I mentioned like a warm follow-up in Aquarius's read, so you could have that in your chart. On the table, you could work at a restaurant here, be a bartender, server, hostess, manager, but time to put your demands on the table and get serious about what you want. For those of you that are working right now, ask for a raise or promotion or step up to the plate and create what you want to have. And limitations overall, obstacles are not what they seem. You can get around them with some careful thought. So choose something better for yourself and shut up. You got magic overall energy. So I can see things have been difficult, maybe challenging here a little bit, but I feel like this is why Spirit's like, I want you to work on this mindset and these spiritual things, because there's something that you're doing in the long term that will pay out. But you have the power. Use your magic to attract what you want in life. The sky's the limit. So don't play small here, especially if you're asking for a raise. Like, ask for more than like what you actually want. And if you're negotiating, then do it. Yeah, the Lover's card, like make the best decisions for you here. Maybe a partner, even a lover when it comes to this. Tell me about Frozen. World card in the reverse. Yeah, like the world is really stuck right now. There's not a lot of people hiring jobs. And if there are jobs that are hiring, it's not enough money, I feel like. Or it's like you feel like it's not going to make you actually happy or successful to like move up in that company here. Seven of Cups. And you know this, and it's in the reverse. And it's like you've got clarity of I'm not going to settle here. And boom, a lot of you are meant to be your own business owner, boss. Emperor energy. Sea goats could be significant to you. Hawks could be significant to you. But yeah, like really shield your energy. And this is a lot of you not telling people what you're doing or moving into because you're afraid someone might spill the beans. Four of Wands in the reverse is like family, it's weddings, it's people that might be unsolid, ungrounded here. And you have Hermit in the reverse and Tower in the reverse. That's like speaking about something too soon, about a job position, an opportunity, about opening up your own business. And it's like when you speak about something that you want to do and then other people just have to put all their fucking opinions, you know? It's like too many chefs in the kitchen. You might be a chef, right? But then it's like they want to put their ingredient in and their 2 cents in and their whatever in. And I feel like you're just like, no, I can't do that here overall. Again, family, 10 of Pentacles in the reverse here. And a lot of you've dealt with that in the past here. You could have also been fired recently and maybe you've gone into hermit mode here as well because the Tower in the reverse is like like a fire. Hi, Robin. Thank you for the confirmation and being here. But a Tower in the reverse is like a company really is going to need to restructure. And I've just been predicting this, that there's going to be so many big companies that are going to, you know, literally like crumble here, and unfortunately they're like silently like firing people here, and then it affects like you and your family overall. But it's almost like they're trying to, you know, say that it's the best thing ever, and these are just not the options overall. Yeah, Wheel of Fortune, Sagittarius, there's some sort of luck opportunity that I think you are meant to create here. This isn't it. Tell me about put on the table. What is this? Okay, 2 of Pentacles. So you may be working 2 different jobs, or you may be working 2 different shifts here specifically. And you're kind of like this or that, this or that. Like you could be the manager and you could be the chef at a restaurant, right? You could be the coworker and you could have this, you know, you could be also working an additional job or an additional role and they're not like paying you enough. And maybe you're kind of getting annoyed. Some of you need to balance out like work and play and like reframe your mind. Like my work is my play kind of energy and have fun with it. Yeah, Ace of Cups. Because it'll bring you more opportunities that you really feel good about, that you love. And also the expansion that you want here. Love and money here specifically, creating something, doing something, taking off here overall, where you are going to be happy and things are going to be overflowing. I see you potentially moving away from doing like 2 jobs, putting your demands out there on the table, and almost being in charge of like a group of people here, Ace of Cups, because I feel like you're very loving, nurturing, like you're a great teacher here. You know how to help people, and you might even go into some sort of like trainer roller position. 8 of Cups in the reverse, but they might ask you to stay in some sort of position overall because they don't have other people to fill these roles. Page of Cups in the reverse, but that's not your problem. That's their problem. They need to hire more people, not be so cheap. King of Pentacles and King of Wands. You're meant to be in this leadership position, and this is something where, again, the Hierophant, they need to hire more people. Taurus energy. There could also be a new contract that you are signing very soon here. And again, Hierophant is the teacher. It is one of the teachers of the deck. It's also a wise counsel. So you might be seeking wise counsel for this. And that doesn't mean like therapy or counseling, just like, you know, maybe day to day in your life too. Oh my God, there's like a spider on my window. You could be seeing like little baby spiders here as well. It's like a little black one. That could be significant to you. Arachne, maybe you need to work with Arachne, the spider goddess. You want to know what the spiders represent in the tarot? Wheel of Fortune, your card, Weaving of the Fates. That's what spiders represent. Beautiful. Limitations. 6 of Swords in the reverse. You're stuck in some sort of past timeline or in your head. Star card, but there is some sort of healing that will be coming in, some sort of better rejuvenating position where you feel freedom here overall. I feel like this is something for some of you. You want to feel sky's the limit. Like you're stepping into some sort of destiny, some sort of wish fulfillment when the star card is here. Aquarius energy. Five of Pentacles, coming out of any lack mentality here. So for a lot of you, this is working on your money mindset, not settling for anything less than you really need to live an abundantly happy, healthy, magical life, powerful life, and like also be able to pay your bills and also like be able to have some savings and like fall back on things. Seven of Wands in the reverse. Someone's going to try to like say something and be very aggressive with you to try to get you to stay in some sort of position. King of Pentacles, don't do it. Whatever you're creating is, shut up, Knight of Wands. Underneath that, whatever you're creating is going to take off the Fool card and bring you this brand new beginning of blessings. Double Aquarius energy. I feel like you have Aquarius in your chart, or you are going to be collaborating with somebody on something like brand new, innovative, very out there. That's Aquarius energy, unheard of, you know, things that other people aren't doing necessarily. And it's going to be really successful and good for you to like hone in on that specifically here overall. Ace of Wands in the reverse, but you haven't started creating it yet, or maybe you have and you're just not telling people about it. Page of Wands. Yeah, you may not be telling people about it because you don't want people to judge it or criticize it or be like reckless and be like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna go tell this person, that person. Yeah, Seven of Swords, or even like steal that idea here. So again, if you have anything that is an idea or intellectual property, copyright it, trademark it, patent it, get it legal. Yes, the Wheel of Fortune, that is literally like your card, Sagittarius and the spider energy. So it's always a good omen to see spiders. I know some people get like freaked out by them. Honestly, good omen. You could be seeing lightning too. It just started lightning here. I don't know. But we have wisdom. You're called to serve as a mentor for someone or as a role model and guide so you can show them the way. Use your wisdom and experience. Share your story, okay? People need to hear that. And that's like the creation versus consumption overall. And good luck. I felt this card in the title of your reading. What's there? Good luck. Your fortune is improving and you're going to get a lucky break soon. Collect nuggets of wisdom. You'll need them in the near future. Shut up. And the beginning. And we talked about the finches and the bird here overall. It's a good time to start a new job or a whole new career. You have creative ideas that will get noticed. Have a nest egg. Save for the future. So focus on your savings. Pay attention to all the signs again. Double confirmation of these signs. If you haven't seen this from the beginning, make sure you watch it here overall. Be honest about your work. Be honest about what you're creating and be honest about what it is you want to do and where it is you are going in the future with all these endeavors. Congratulations. I really like it. Let's get into your relationships. Sagittarius. Okay, you got a light card. We love that. Hot and heavy, going steady, cute. Some of you, this could be like a committed marriage, relationship. For others of you, well, I mean, yeah, could be like that F-buddy energy, but it also says 65, which breaks down to an 11. Maybe you're 65. And then we have a dark card hiding behind technology screens so they don't have to face you in person. And then we have a friend needs you now more than ever. Call them ASAP, show up. Woo! And this person won't do things on their own and they rely on others. Codependency. Interesting. The number 88 is showing up with the two dark cards here specifically. I don't know if y'all can see that. 26 and 62. Someone here might be mad at you because they're codependent on your energies and it's almost like they feel like you forgot about them with that. There's something about it. Some they like are like, oh, I know how to play this game. I'm not going to actually message Sagittarius back. I'm not actually going to do this for Sagittarius. I'm not actually going to say how I feel to Sagittarius because secretly they're insecure and codependent, but you are very independent and you almost feel like, ooh, this is clingy. Hi, new today. Thank you so much for liking this video. I appreciate you. Definitely like the video, everyone. I would appreciate that. Get the views up, the likes up. I've been working. I know I've been like a month off of my lives here and the views are down. Your girl always appreciates it though. 2 a.m. in India. Yikes. Oh, if I got up at 2 a.m., it would be to like go to the bathroom. Like super old. Okay. Not really, but like at heart or inside, I say like, I'm 32 going on 92. Tell me about hot and heavy, going steady. Queen of Swords here. This person could be very flirtatious overall. You got a good back and forth banter here. It's cute. Yeah, for a lot of you, the Hierophant in the reverse, this is a long-term commitment, maybe non-traditional relationship. Maybe you're not married to this person here overall, or maybe you and a partner, a committed relationship. If you are married to them, you're talking about like, how do we open up a little bit? Or talking about fantasies and fun. Taurus energy. Yeah, some sort of fantasy wish fulfillment here. Nine of Pentacles. Let's move forward, do some things here. Maybe overall independently, like maybe date more people, maybe open up a little bit. There's something about this. This is also date nights for a lot of you with a committed partnership, and maybe it's just been delayed here a little bit. Maybe you haven't necessarily like prioritized your relationship since Taurus season. Is like, all right, let's get back on track here, or your partnerships or your marriage here overall. Things new today. Yeah, High Priestess in the reverse and the Aquarius Fool card. Deep down inside, like you need to prioritize your relationship more, your committed partnership. This could be with a Cancer here because there's some sort of like new beginning, new like renewal here, or even like for some of you, maybe you promised about let's go on like trips, vacations, travel here more, and maybe you haven't necessarily done that. And this is like Spirit saying, hey, let's do it. Okay. Hiding behind technology screens so they don't have to face you in person. Three of Pentacles. Interesting. This could be a group of people. They could be mad about some sort of trip, vacation, group project here. If it's a coworker. Four of Swords. You don't really care. I feel like they're talking about you and not to you. Behind your back. Five of Swords. They're talking about you behind your back, Sagittarius. 3, 4, 5 is going to be a sign for you if you are wondering about this or contemplating it. They're telling me like they're jealous of you in some sort of way. Why? Knight of Swords, King of Swords here, 8 of Pentacles, because you're secure. You've got a lot of ideas that you take action on here and you're grounded in. But multiple people will be talking about this person outing you, and you just have so much divine protection here. What? Why? Why are they doing this? 6 of Cups. This could be someone that you knew from childhood, past life, an ex, or a younger sibling here, even family. Death card, and you're like, you're dead to me. Scorpio, like this could be a Scorpio. And Justice and Pisces here, Hangman energy, a karmic individual, 12th house hidden hater. Got some hater hate energy, and I don't think you care. Knight of Wands, you're like, cool, bye. Who's this friend that needs Saggy? 3 of Swords in the reverse. They could be going through some sort of heartbreak or healing, but maybe it's been a little while since you've checked in with them. 7 of Pentacles in the reverse. Yeah, they kind of miss you. They want you to check in, but they don't really know how to say it. And they are almost like insecure. The Moon card. Yeah, trust your intuition on this. You know who this person is overall. They could be 33. Could also be a Pisces here. And there could be something that happens at the full moon, which is in your sign on the 11th. Sagittarius coming up, I believe. I need to do a video on that. 2 of Pentacles. The Emperor. 5 of Wands. This could be like a patriarch of a family, a father, a grandparent here. It could also be an Aries. For some of you, this could be 2 people here that just maybe need you during this time, and you need to maybe balance like your life and also maybe coming towards a friend. They could also like be at a distance from you, but there's something that happened here, and I feel like they could have lost out on some sort of money and like love and hurt and heartbreak. So Saggies, check in on your friends and family. I always get high compassion with your energy and your words. Your soul's energetic and positive. It's always motivating me how a small single lady get up from rise and fall out. You're an inspiration. Oh, new today. I appreciate you. Yeah, I am not single. I do have a partner for over 7+ years, but I am a single business owner, if that's what you meant here. But I really do appreciate you. Honestly, Shameless Squad, I don't ever know if like I should keep going live, if I should keep sharing these words, even if I don't get views or likes or comments or whatever. So thank you. That means the world to me, you saying that. Tell me about this codependent energy here with with Sagittarius. What do they need to know? This is their overall energy. There could be storming around you. There could be like lots of fights in some sort of relationship or connection here, because it's just started storming and it has not been storming here at all today. King of Wands. This could be with a person at a distance from you. Wheel of Fortune. Your energy. Saggy on Saggy. Page of Wands, Ten of Cups. So for a lot of you, this is like maybe some sort of codependent relationship. Maybe you're a parent here because you have King of Wands and then you have the Page of Wands overall. Maybe this is like you didn't get certain things from your family growing up or your relationships growing up. And they may be like, why are you relying on me? The Hermit card in the reverse. And you maybe had to like learn a lot of stuff on your own. Could be dealing with a Virgo here as well. But it's like you almost feel left out in some sort of situation, or this person does. And for those parents, you could also be like, I'm just trying to give you everything. I could be talking to like your parents, Sagittarius. So just take what resonates. Like they could have told you these lessons. Like, I'm just wanting you to take this leadership role of your life. I'm trying to teach you certain stuff, like how to be out there on the own and in the real world and take care of your children and your family. Like, I'm just trying to help. But there's something that they're doing that is almost harming you. Maybe there's too much reliance on your relationship here, and now this is being shown overall with this Virgo energy here, and it might be too much, like, and you might need to say that to them. That's really what I'm picking up on. It feels more so parent, child, family here. I'm not gonna lie to you. Always happy. I appreciate that. Let me know if it's still working in the chat, just because of the storms and stuff here, so I really hope it does, whatever. Yeah, Page of Pentacles. Some of you may be moving through some things in the reverse from like childhood that made you feel ungrounded, and now you're trying to like get your bearings and work on yourself. Page of Wands. Again, this could have been some sort of like physical abuse, some sort of trauma here overall. And maybe this is something you're thinking about. Yeah, Ten of Wands. Working through and close up some sort of cycle with these relationships here, okay? Top of the deck, married to their work and they don't realize it. Workaholic in the reverse. This could be you, a partner, a friend. So pay attention to your work-life balance here, because you did have Two of Pentacles show up a couple times. And don't overthink this. This person loves you, all of you. Cute. So we'll get into sexual energies and see what's going on, Saggy babies. Okay. Sagittarius. See what's going on. You had the Aries card overall. You could have Aries in your chart, dealing with an Aries, or just needing to work with that energy sexually. Retrograde, journeying backwards, and Aries. Yeah. We've had a lot, okay, and Pisces. I was just going to say, we've had a lot of retrogrades bounce back and forth from Aries to Pisces, Aries to Pisces. So right now you're being called to like reflect back on what went retrograde. Venus retrograde, I believe, earlier this year. And this is like maybe having some sort of sexual insight, reflections, breakthrough in order to change a connection, like about sex with a sexual relationship, a hookup, or maybe something that was spontaneous, or allowing yourself to like imagine, you know, a beautiful relationship, a beautiful love life, a beautiful sex life, magical experiences. And you're definitely in a divine masculine energy here with Leo as well. But I see you wanting to be able to take the lead with certain things here overall. We have Mars in Leo. I think we have Venus in Leo later this year during the summer. Don't quote me on that. But there's something about needing to reflect on certain things from the past. You know, maybe it was a past hookup during Aries season. Maybe it was, wow, is sex just really quick and I maybe don't like that here? Am I allowing myself to be present during sex? Am I allowing myself to be open to receive a compliment from somebody? And I mentioned that somebody's going to compliment you, and you literally have compliments here, okay? Can I flirt in public, right? So we got retrograde, Seven of Ecstasy in the reverse, Cups. Yeah, this is understanding what you want emotionally with sex, going within, honoring your intuition, and understanding your sexuality more. Yeah, King of Desires, and going after what it is that you want and sharing this with people, standing in your power, implementing a plan here so then you don't sabotage any relationships in the future, sexual connections. But Six of Seductions, yeah, there's something that happened from the past that you are not through yet. There's something that happened for you, not to you. Some sort of sexual experience or some sort of relational experience here that you need to process, think about, how do I get unstuck here? Because you're feeling stuck in some sort of situation and you almost might be running. There could be some sort of trauma where it's like now you're ungrounded. Now all you're doing is like do, go, 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 go. And maybe even it's just a trauma response to keep going and never actually sit still. And if you are married, you have partners, you are polyamorous, or you date multiple people, it's almost like you don't even know how to fill up your own cup with your sexual self. And it's really sad. So, and Spirit's like, let it go. Stop. Yeah, this needs to stop. This cycle needs to stop. With the Death card, this is death, rebirth, transformation, coming out sexually, sexual boundaries, not tolerating less. And you could have also experienced negative things, SA, when it comes to this. If you know, you know. If you don't, that's cool. Tell me about Aries. You could also have Scorpio in your chart or be like 8th house is being activated with the transits right now, or you could have placements there. 10 of Desires in the reverse. Yeah, you're coming out of like some sort of burnout and closing out some sort of cycle here potentially. 3 of Desires. Yeah, you're ready to like, it's go time. Have sex, hook up. For some of you, this is like experiencing a lot of sexual pleasure, a lot of relational pleasure. Maybe going on group dates here, or even like exploring like threesome or texting or sexting or like sexual chemistry with like a third party. Some of you might be pansexual or bisexual here. 6 to ecstasy, and there could be like an ex that's coming back around, and maybe this is like the 3rd time you hook up with them. You know, someone that you knew from the past. Nostalgia here overall. Maybe you dated them here. For others of you, this is like with your current commitments. You really want to move forward and balance out like your sex life, but then also like your date nights and your experiences and your fun here, like doing things you love to do in the past, maybe like shooting pool, going to the movies, playing arcade games, going to concerts, listening to music, maybe playing games. There's just something about that here. So again, this is like moving forward in this. Tell me about this Pisces energy. Hermit card in the reverse and 8 of pleasures in the upright here, okay? You could have Virgo in your chart. You may be holding back something about your sexuality. I just said this in Aries read. And again, you could have Aries in your chart. You could be talking to a cross watcher. There could be something about like your physical health, STD, STI, a third party affair. And maybe there's a Pisces in your life that has a pattern of this. Yeah, 8 of pleasures. And then we have 3 of pleasures in the upright, which is balancing multiple sexual partners here. New community, relationships, polys, but you're really trying to figure out, for those you in long-term commitments, marriages, relationships that you're devoted to, relied to, like you're first, how do we navigate this here before moving forward? Yeah, before we move forward, for seductions, you know, and maybe open up or sleep with multiple people in a relationship. So for some of you, you need to seek help with that, with the Hermit card in the reverse, because you might be thinking, we can just figure it out and go with it. But then when you don't talk about certain things, you don't communicate about certain things, you don't get help, you don't understand how to navigate polyamory, that's a lot, or opening up, that's a lot to actually do. Yeah, 10 of seductions, and then you feel stressed out, and then there's pain, arguments, torture, okay, betrayal, breakup, backstabber, a repeat lesson that maybe if you tried to do this on your own in the past with a partner and it didn't work out, like 3 of seductions, again, it could have felt like an affair or a heartbreak or something here. So if you have not sought sexual wellness counseling, therapy, consulting, education on any of that, I don't recommend you do it then, because you are going to need to have a lot of sex talks. And if you don't even know how to talk to your partner about sex, or you're not self-assured, or there's some sort of like trauma from the past, like that's just going to F with things, and you need to discuss them. And what I say about 8th house is like sexuality, secrets, mysteries, death, rebirth, transformation. You could be dealing with Scorpio, Mercury. What did I just say? Having conversations about this because you're very curious, and there might be some sexual curiosities, but you're going to have to work hard on this in your relationships. 6th house, prioritizing time together, date night, sex, improvements. And if you are exploring that more, you're going to really have to explore so many different boundaries around so many different topics and areas. So I'll get off my soapbox, Saggies, but really you have to, and it's not easy to navigate. What are Sagittarius being guided towards right now? What do they need to know? Yeah, third eye activations, you need to cleanse your energy because you're almost not trusting your third eye, your intuition here. But you are having a lot of third eye activations, like I said, with your clairs at the beginning. Go back and watch the beginning if you haven't seen this read all the way through. Psychic dreams, orbs, images are being sent to you now. The 24th could be an important date, as well as the 6th. Claircognizance, shut up, shameless squad. And I said that the clear knowing, your 7th crown chakra. Okay, premonitions, precognition, psychically knowing things, calling things before they happen. You have 6, you have 7, you have 25, and you have 24, and you have co-creation. Beautiful. Manifest your dreams reality and highest self by co-creating with the divine. Ask them for help. The ascendant masters are around you, and we have divine intervention, so you could be seeing double numbers repeating here. The divine does want to help you. Call upon the divine. We've got your back here, okay? ESP in the reverse, okay? Your psychic abilities are on the rise. Psychometry are on the rise. Psychometry, telepathy, telekinesis. Spirit really wants you to develop your gifts. 1, 2, 3, and then you have 1, 2, 3, like spiritual cards when it comes to the divine and ascended masters and everything here. So be very intentional about this. Hire a mentor if you need to work on this. If you ever need to know who your spirit guides are, you know, who to work with, everything like that, or how to do it, go to stayshameless.com. I'll be opening up different things of that sort soon. Again, solar plexus chakra, you need to get Reiki done, some of you, but work on your confidence and self-esteem during this time. Mediumship, again, the other side has messages, and shut up, we cut the deck, it's Reiki, okay? But the other side wants you to listen in, sending you signs, messages, and speaking with spirits, and look into a Reiki balancing session here overall to spiritually cleanse your chakras. Do this before the full moon here, because the full moon is in the reverse here overall. So I feel like you got a little bit of time before the 11th. You do. Get Reiki done. Do what you gotta do, Sagittarius. Write down your psychic intuitive predictions, hits, dreams, everything. Throat chakra, again, it's in the reverse. Your clairaudience might be blocked a little bit here, but this is going to be really good for you to get some sort of guidance and feedback moving forward, and this would be really good for you to do that before the next full moon in your sign here. Thank you, Robin, for all the hands in the chat. I appreciate you. Sagittarius says that your hard work is going to pay off. Again, do not spiritually bypass. Do not mentally bypass. If you don't know what that is, watch the other video. Search it for yourself on my channel here, completely free to you. It's under the lives tab, so you might scroll a little bit here, but don't bypass any of this, because I'm literally warning you, you might block a blessing with this. So literally work on yourself, work on your spiritual healing, mental healing during this time, because you're going to be so blessed very soon. And Spirit wants you to really see all these wonderful things that are coming towards you. If you're new, make sure to smash subscribe, hit the like button, completely free to you. Drop me a comment down below, help the channel grow, everything like that. And I have Pisces to do next. So if you got Pisces in your chart, or you want to come back and hang out with me, I will be doing their read soon. Thank you, Sagittarius, for all the likes, subscribes, donations, everything like that. Thanks, Robin, for being here, and New Today for being here. I appreciate you. I love all of you. And as always, stay tuned for more and stay shameless.